Jody, 0-0 full-time result, certainly an entertaining game. How did you rate the performance?
I'm really pleased with the first half. I thought we took the second half absolutely right into the first half. The tempo we played at, the purpose we played with, the number of bodies we managed to get forward, the amount of final third entries we had. I'm really pleased with it. A really positive first half performance. Disappointed not to come in front. I thought if we'd made better decisions and been a little bit less selfish in the penalty area, we would have came in front. And the reaction from the boys in general was very good. Second half, you got to expect Gary Johnson's teams to react. He's an extremely experienced football manager. He's not just going to come out and allow that to happen again. I thought they had good periods in the second half, but we still counter-attacked well. We still got overloads on that left-hand side with Liam and Luke, and we still had opportunities to score. But overall, you can't question the effort and the desire from the boys. Some of the first and second balls we were winning, the way we were covering back on when we were getting countered against, the way we were pressing in the corners of the pitch to try and get the ball back. It was a great effort from the boys. And
you mentioned Liam and Luke out on that left-hand side. Liam's obviously coming back in after his loan spell at Dartford. Seemed to have a really impressive game today. What were some of the reasons for him coming back, and what did you make of his game today?
He needed that loan move, I think. For some game time and just to rebuild some confidence after a difficult period for himself after he came back from the Gold Cup. Didn't play a lot. When he did play, probably didn't reach the levels that we expect from him. Went out on loan, but every day in training since he was getting regular games, he's been really sharp. He's been a bright spark, and you could see that he was ready to come back and ready to have an influence. It obviously, unbeknown to us, coincided with Charlton recalling Toby Stevenson for their FA Cup game tomorrow. Take this opportunity to say Toby did really well for us. We were really pleased with him. He was a consistent performer. But we thought it was the right time, the right moment, the right atmosphere, the right set of circumstances to bring a homegrown boy back into the team and allow him to show that energy up and down the left-hand side. And at times we saw glimpses of what he can offer, and I'm sure he can go from strength to strength now.
And you mentioned Toby Stevenson returning to Charlton. We've also had Ben House go back to Reading. Does that maybe give you obviously one less option to maybe try and break that deadlock today?
Yeah, obviously you saw against Ebbsfleet, we would have done everything to try and get the all-important goal today. So we certainly would have liked to have had another striker to throw on, but we didn't have one. He got recalled by Reading yesterday. We also lost Diaz Wright to illness, and his loan runs out, and we lost Harry Seedon with a slight ankle injury, so he's gone back to Southend as well. So we were 4 light today since training yesterday. But sometimes that's not a bad thing, because we had all the boys in the building that are Dagenham and Redbridge players that really care and have got something to play for here. And I think you saw it. Sometimes we lacked that final pass, and I know that's a bit of a broken record. You've heard that a lot this year. Sometimes we did lack that, and sometimes we lacked a little bit of composure. But the effort, the desire, the tempo, the intensity, the passion, and their willingness, and they showed how much to the new manager that they want to be part of his plans. I think that was unquestionable.
And obviously you mentioned things maybe breaking down at times in that final third. There were really good chances created and good shots on goal. How much did their goalkeeper play a role in the game this evening?
He made some good saves. He's a character, and he was involved in everything. He talking a lot, talking to our players a lot, catching balls, starting counter-attacks, played well off the floor. I'm well aware of him because he was at Worthing last year in the Isthmian Premier League. I've seen him a lot. He's a good keeper. Definitely was one who needed to step up to this level, and yeah, he's had a good day today. He's made some important saves. But I think sometimes we made it easier for him than it should have been.
And obviously the new gaffer coming in this week, like you said, players looking to impress today. Maybe sort of a tough few days for staff and the players with the things changing overall. Any clarity on what the future holds for yourself, some of the other coaching staff?
No, not really. The manager came in on Friday and was introduced to us. He didn't look to make a song and dance. He said just get on with it, carry on with your normal planning, and he'll start probably as of Monday. He's been really good to talk to. He's got ideas. he wants to drive the club forward, and hopefully we're part of it. I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, in the 14-15 months I've been here, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the opportunity to grow, because maybe didn't have as much responsibility as I would have liked earlier, and in recent weeks I have had that responsibility and been able to give my all to the players. I feel as though we've got a good reaction, and I look forward to working with the manager and giving him the same commitment that I gave the previous manager if I get that opportunity.
And looking forward now, of course, next week we play away at Notts County in the FA Trophy. We've mentioned it before, been there this season, performed well, didn't come away with anything. How do you see that game going?
I think we can go there with real optimism. We did play well there when we previously went there. Certainly for a good hour we were a far better team and got hit by two sucker punches, two great goals. One right in like 93rd minute that killed it. I think we go there confidence. We're getting injured bodies back. You saw Sam Deering came on for 10 minutes today, which is really pleasing. I know he didn't have a huge involvement, but you did see one little back heel around the corner that almost set Luke away, which shows the quality that he holds, and maybe that final pass in the final third that we've been missing. There'll be a tough game. It was probably near on the toughest fixture we could have drawn out of the hat, Notts County away. But there's got to be a reason for optimism, hasn't there? We've got a manager in place. We've had two good performances. We would have liked to have got more points, but it's unbeaten in the two games. Lots of energy, lots of commitment. If we can add a little bit of quality to that, then we certainly should be confident in going to Notts County and at least bringing them back here, but possibly going there and winning.